All right, good morning. How's everybody doing today? It's Chris here. Thought I'd make a little video. I've had so many people contact and ask about the Dark Warrior and Alien Warrior, so I thought I would talk about it a little bit. It's a variant on the Rainbow Warrior by Lance Egan that I've done. Excuse me, I'm drinking some coffee here too. But as I don't want to take credit for this pattern. I mean, I have made this variant that's slightly different. The Rainbow Warrior is a real simple quick tie. I've added in CDC and other things that kind of make it a little different, and I think it makes it fish different. I fish this on a Euro, but you could do it on many other ways. You could do a normal tungsten pattern or anything else. I started out with the Dark Warrior. I'll show you a pic as I go here. Then I went into, with some of the Loon products, the yellow, and turned it into the, let's see if I can show you here, the yellow, and turned it into the Alien Warrior. And man, that Alien Warrior fish is good. I can show you some picture of it working. But anyway, show you how to do this. There's several ways, and I'm going to use some of the basic methods that we use in all of fly tying, and then of course other people have kind of come up with different variant things. I'm going to start with, though, the materials. I like to tie this on Wapsi's JF4 Lightning Strike. It's a great hook for me. I like the way it works and its shape. Then I use a bead, a slotted tungsten. I've been getting these from my local shop. Wherever you get them, it's this one's Plateau here, and I'm in the Springfield area. But they brought in their own slotted tungsten beads. And I use on this one a dark one, of course, because it's the Dark Warrior or the Alien Warrior. So it makes it where it's very appropriate. I then use 70 denier UTC. Let's see if I can get that in there. See if I can work all these things in the shot. And then it also has, the original pattern I tied has the UTC black holographic, but I've gone over time and merged into, this is the brown. I just ran out of the black in the Semperfly. I really like that. It's really, really small. But you'll see as I go, this original one, I'm going to use the Mirage. I use this for the pullover flashback. If you have tied a Copper John or any of these other things like this, you're going to understand exactly how to do this pattern very easily and very quickly. So I'll start by attaching the thread. I build a tiny little spot behind the bead to hold it in place, then work forward. And if I go over some basic things here, you guys, I know some of you probably already know how to do some of this stuff, but this is just the basic pattern. I'm stopping right before, just past the point, and then just right here to before the bend of the end of the hook of the shank on the flat portion. Now, my local shop got in these amazing, the tail is CDL Coq de Leon. And we got in these awesome Euro Nymph tailing packs. So that's what I'm using for this. It's just, you could choose in your color variants. This happens to be the Dark Pardo. And I'm going to take, some guys just grab fibers. I like to grab just 2, 3, or 4. It doesn't take very much. And I'm going to look and measure as I pinch that with my right hand, unless you're left-handed and your vise sets the other way. And then I'm going to take that same judgment and length and just pinch it as I hold it so I know right where it's at. And then I can just take my black thread and grab it. And you'll notice it kind of even sits off to the side, so I'm going to pinch up and hold this in place as I work back. A little tough with the camera in place here, but there we go. This one's already setting up right, but I always take a little right behind the tail, and look how it splits it and makes it stand up, and then lock it down right in front, and then I just wrap this right up to the front and snip off just a little bit of excess. Now we're going to take and put down our Mirage. like I said earlier, and this one right here. Sorry, I should have had a piece ready. And just to keep the body very uniform, I lay this right down, catch it with the thread. Oh, missed. I pull this down just a bit then to there, and then strap this down flat down the shank. Right to there. Then make a real nice even body up to 3/4. And for you guys that do not have a rotary vise, you can just wrap this. I'm going to throw a couple half hitches in. I have snaggletooths all over my skin and my fingers from fishing this last week on vacation. So I do it with a whip finisher so it stays smooth and doesn't snag that multi-denier thread. If you don't have a rotary vise, you can just wrap your Mirage as you go. I like rotary because I can really place things quickly and very fast. I am overlapping just barely so that it creates segmentation as it goes. And we're going to put that Mirage right up to the front. We're going to tie it off. Now in this case, I'm just one wrap here to lock it down. And then I'm going to hold it flat against the top of the shank. And this is going to become my shell back, just like we do with many of the other patterns, whether it's a copper john or anything else. And I leave my area there spaced appropriately to go. Now I love Hairline's black UV eye stub. I'll put a little bitty ball of this, and you guys, I know this is, if you don't have sweaty hands, a little saliva or moisture helps. This is tough stuff to dub, and you'll notice I use very little of it. I'm talking a tiny, tiny pinch. That little bitty pinch, we're making a little ball of it. I don't even care if there's a few stragglers, I like that. Very thin and wispy. There we go. Now you'll notice that I have that there because I like to put my legs or my CDC is what we're going to use. If this one I'm doing in a size 14 or 16, when I do 18s and 20s, I usually split the thread and put my CDC in a split thread. This is black CDC. But when I'm doing these 14s and usually even 16s, I'll take and just do a quick dubbing loop. And two, cross the thread around this so we have a nice closed bottom. A little messy there, sorry. Line some thread up. So I have a dubbing loop held in my fingers. I use this very inexpensive. I'm trying several others out. I like the way I can just split the thread. It's a dubbing loop twister. It then hangs down on the bottom and keeps this open. I'm gonna let it all sit here right against that. Now, I've selected a CDC. I'm not too super picky about which ones. I do like the, let's see if I can get it in here. The fluffy, snaggly stuff looks better. I don't like it too fluffy. But a lot of guys will take and put this in clips or other dubbing type area things. I like to just really simply, as I hold this, I'm going to let it open. Hope you guys can see all of this here. I'm going to slide in one side of my feather. I've not even done much to this feather or to this bit of CDC. And while it's open in that triangle, tougher to do around the camera, I'm going to slide it up. And you'll notice that I'm not putting much in here, as well as I go, I can take and pull this outwards on the base so that my feather actually angles so I can keep the same size the whole way. Now, I do take, as I hold it here and let that close, and trim off the base of my, oops, I pulled some out. The base, that's all I want, real thin. Slide my finger up here, and then you spin this dubbing loop, and then as I let it go, you'll notice it spins all that dubbing twister into a nice little, okay. Now I'm going to take and wrap this once, and after that one wrap, I'm going to take and pull this all here in this direction a little bit. I'm going to wrap it again twice. I'm not looking for much. Let's see, I want it a little thicker than that, so there's a third time. And we're going to pull all that forward, make a wrap with a thread, wrap with a thread, switch hands, pull this taut. We're going to take off this other little, right there. Now just with stroke back and a couple wraps. There we go. And you'll notice that's some CDC legs. Now we'll take back to our dubbing, tiniest little pinch. And you guys, I see guys overdub their flies all the time and it looks crazy. I'm talking, I want to show you, look how tiny that is and how much. So now I'm going to hold that against the thread, little bitty bit. Look at that, really small. Do a little tiny stroke back there in front of it. 1, 2, wrap off. Now look here. Here's my back ready to go. We're going to pull this over, wrap, wrap, and then I pull it back and do just a 1, 2 right in front of it. Now we can take off our mirage from the top. Just like that. Hope you guys can still see that in focus there. All right, now we are really close. Look, that's looking really, really good. I like the little extra bit of snaggles coming off there. The back is flat, so I'm going to take and whip finish however you like. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to keep really clean, small whip finishes. It's easy to slide those right behind the bead. I'm going to put one more little layer on it. 1, 2, 3. Pull that down. Alright, now we can take our thread off. And here's where, for me, I like, this is your choice of whether you want it to be a dark warrior. It's gonna, which means you could put a clear bubble or a black dot right on the top, like this. I'll show you a pic. Or we'll choose this time. Hope you guys can, if I keep this in focus, I hope we'll make this one the Alien Warrior. Got a nice little flat top. So there we go. There's a little tiny dot coming out. Oh, there we go. It'll settle down, make a little nice bubble. And I don't even worry too much if it messes up and gets hung in the hair or anything else. The top gets split pretty well. I do kind of let it settle a moment depending on how thick your loon's gotten. And in this case, we'll give it a little tap and get it to settle down slightly more than that. You could pull it down with a bodkin or something if you like as well, but I like to just let it settle. If you mess with it too much, it tends to make a little high spot on it or something that looks a little odd and everything else. And you see it's just giving it a great little dot. Now we'll take, everybody cover your eyes. That loon yellow is so hot it shows up chartreuse bright, bright, bright. We're going to cure that. And that is our Alien Warrior. I'll show you some other pics. Here's another one of it in action. You'll notice my loon's gotten a little thick, it looks like. But either way, The Alien Warrior, the Dark Warrior, it really kills it, you guys. Especially when I tend to, the Rainbow Warrior shuts off and it's not working as well. Or if you have muddier water, like on these rainy days where it's all stained, that darker color tends to show up better. And I don't know if you guys know, but like if it's got CDL and CDC in it, man, trout love both. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, The Alien Warrior by Chris Miller. And you can like, subscribe. I really don't get anything from it, I promise. I'm just doing this because I love the hobby. And if you guys have any questions about it, please comment. And hope you guys enjoy, and fish it hard and fish it well. Take care. The Ozarks High Point out.